please don't talk to us in a condescending tone. We may be simple farmers, but we are not ignorant. And so I appreciate that. The first thing is, I would like to trust you, but I just don't. Things just aren't right. And as far as the building for DSS, it just, the whole thing smells wrong. And I guess that's a perception of distrust. With regard to the courthouse, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen, I'd like to remind you the Empire State Building is still standing. Now, I'm thinking that from the time it was built until now, they probably had to make a few renovations, you know, to keep up to code, to help people that are handicapped. I just honestly, with as much love as the community has for this building, do not understand why you wouldn't want to keep this place here.
We are going to keep this place
as a courthouse.
Yes, ma'am.
The last thing is, it doesn't have anything to do with anything we've been talking about. I'm just curious. I read in the paper that the commissioners are trying to get a raise to be more in line with other counties in.
For the employees, there was a plan set in place before we got here to raise the wages for the county employees to be more competitive, to be more in line with the state average.
And what do you mean? I mean, we certainly shouldn't be in line with Charlotte.
Absolutely.
We shouldn't be in line with Asheville. What are you trying to be more in line with, I guess is what I'm asking.
Peer groups, counties that are...
How many people in here got a raise this year?
I need a job.
County employees had to have it for 3 or 4 years.
How many people took a hit this year? My property taxes went up 400%. And when you start dropping $8 million on the courthouse, another $1.5 million on the Cornerstone building, where is the end? You got a 3-year contract with TVA, but yet your finance person says this is a 35-year deal to pay it back. How does 3 go into 30? Again, y'all all lost in the primary. Again, y'all say y'all would have made the same decisions anyway. I hear what everybody says about perceptions. You talk about people don't come to the meetings. I've been to meetings here where questions were asked, and you said, I will not answer that question.
But I read in the paper where we just retired an $8.blank million debt. Where is it written that you have to start spending another $8 million just because we don't have $8 million that we're still paying on? Why can't things be put at a level keel for the next 3 or 4 years till we're out of this recession, which I believe we're never going to get out of in my lifetime? But these people, and I don't know, but maybe 3 people in this whole room, and I wish everybody said their names, like this gentleman here. I'm assuming he's running for commissioner, and I love your signs, and if I were voting, I would vote for you. But anyhow, if this country cannot get out of this recession, and it's not going to, it's going to be people like your fault and our fault in the state. You say we're getting money back from the state to help pay for all this stuff. It's still our money. We get money back from the government's broke. It's still our money. They're pulling money every single day, and we are all going to be, in my lifetime, our country is just down. 18 months. I've never seen our country deteriorate so bad in the last 18 months, and I cry every night when I go to bed. I pray every night that the Lord will watch over us. Maybe He is watching over us. Maybe He's giving us this trial now to let us know how far away from Him we've gotten.
Right.
You guys have got to help. You guys that are going to be in the commission next year, you've got to keep a lid on spending until we all get our feet back underneath us again.
Right.
So our children and our grandchildren will grow up in the countries that I grew up in. Red, white, and blue every day. I was born on the 6th of July. I never forgave my mother for not being born on the 4th. Just kidding. I didn't forgive her for that. But anyhow, please, and you guys, I know some of you, you've got to watch out for us. And if you have to talk back to the state, talk back to the state. If you have to talk back to the feds, talk back to the feds. Maybe we all ought to just start going individually, state by state saying, you know, we're not gonna go by federal mandates anymore, we had enough. I've had enough. My grandson is never gonna get out from under this, ever. And I'm glad I was able to talk, but it is my right to talk at these meetings. I don't have to thank people for letting me talk.
What I want to hear is, here we are, we can't change something. Fine, you got to rely on what you've done so far. How do we go forwards? How do you and the new people, which I know there's some of them in here, how do you open this line of communication? How do you get the support of the people rather than having the people against you? No comment?
Those matters.
Okay.
Everybody's here because they're mad. Why haven't they been here before to listen to the problems that you guys have been going through?
You know why? Because we're working so that they can take our tax money. We can't be here at 8:30 in the morning on a work day.
But we have meetings at
They have
5:30
5:30 meetings
on the
once a
second
month.
meeting.
Okay, well, you know what? The Scout takes press releases. Do your minutes in a press release and submit them to the Scout.
They're online.
Not everybody
We don't
has.
have internet. We don't have internet because
Calm down, sir.
the infrastructure from Verizon
I
doesn't
understand that. We can't spend county, we can't spend county tax dollars. Advertising. That's not in our,